This is Love and Life Hitched Up coming at you from the nuCamp section of the Hershey RV Show, the world's largest RV show. Let's check out some nuCamp products. So we are in a 2022 Tab 400 layout that we are very familiar with because we have one in the 2020 version. So we're going to point out some of the quick changes. Ours, we have in this area, we have the large closet. This is the larger fridge, the three-way Norcold fridge that assumes this space here. Above, one of the best things they've done in recent changes, they moved the entertainment system from back around this part of the wall where you can't see it to right here where it's easy to work on. They've gone to a different setup with the Jensen right here in front of you. Nice and easy to reach, easy to see. Some great storage drawers underneath. This drawer is nice and deep. And again, same quality that you always expect come to expect with nuCamp. And this is a really cool little storage area underneath here as well. It goes way deeper than you actually think. And we really enjoy that. So having the fridge on this side means that you're going to get storage, different storage on this side. So when you're coming around onto this side, you end up with a large cabinet, which is as deep as this countertop, 2 shelves in through that area, a drawer underneath, similar to the drawer that was there in the with the two-way fridge, your fuse boxes, same drawer that we're used to, you know, with your storage underneath and your what do you call it, silverware tray. And another nice deep storage drawer. Another change is now you have 2 doors instead of just 1 door, but that's from the 21 is the same way. So the 21, they changed this, so the 20 that we have has just one button. So you open one side or both at the same time. This gives you 2, giving you some flexibility. We don't have a microwave in ours, but this is microwave equipped. And then additional storage, which is full length of this cabinet over here as well. Other than that, same process. We have different latches on ours. I do like these push button latches on the upper cabinets. They seem to be quite more durable than the plastic latches that we have. We've broken a few, so no worries. Simple enough, 2 screws, and I have a few of them. Still, we got that great storage area tucked up in there. There are very few changes to the 2022 model from the inside, and pretty much none that you can really see here. One of the biggest changes is there is new switching for the solar system. So they changed the controller inside, so it makes it easier to convert over to lithium batteries so that that controller will charge lithium batteries more efficiently. So that's definitely a plus. This is a new floor color, as you can see. Kind of gives you that barn wood look, which I think is really cool. No changes that I can see back here in the bed, except you will note that there is a different cubby back here. That small cubby that exists is no longer there. There is the inverter switch, a light switch, and a bigger cubby. So here you have your larger cubby, light switch here, your inverter switch, and a power outlet. And on this side, what I asked for, they have done. You have power supply right there with USBs. So that is an awesome thing to have underneath that Jensen. So I'm really stoked about that. Anything up front that you know?
Well, the color is definitely different. I like this. And instead of material, it's more of a, I guess, faux leather. We'll go with that. You're taking a picture out there. And it's just very comfortable, as all our Tab 400s are. Once again, all the storage up here. This seems a little bit, the opening is definitely wider on this side. And something that has changed is that there is, on our 400, there's a little shelf here where we can, you know, store our baseball caps and stuff like that. But there is still the space here that you can keep, we keep clothes and bins and stuff like that, but you have options to do other things.
The reason you have that change in the front there, that is your Aldi storage tank area. Ours is in the rear of our closet, so this has no upright closet, so that is the relocated location for that. There's one other thing that I think is really cool, and I want to believe it started last year, was there is no longer that big gap down here for things to fall behind, like your cell phone. They did close that area off, which I think is really cool, smart thinking, to avoid having to disconnect your cabinets, try to get that cell phone back. In the 2021 and the 2022, the air conditioning has been moved back up. They've gone back to the CoolCat air conditioner, which is a slightly larger unit than the Elwell 8 that we have in our 400, and it is relocated up under the dinette seating on this side. As you can see, the intake and all that great stuff up there. You still have your power outlets up front as expected, so no more storage under this side in the dinette because it's mechanical. And I'm not sure. Yep. So on this side, let me just mess up their beautiful staged showpiece here. I want to show you guys the storage that is underneath this corner of the bench. Not huge, but again, when you're dealing with a small camper, every ounce of storage is a bonus. So this is really cool, and it is only accessible from the interior. So anytime you have a nook and a cranny, nuCamp does a great job of finding where that nooks and crannies are and turning them into storage space. So in here, there's been a change in the faucet. So this faucet rotates down out of the way, similar to the other one would go this way, but this gives you a little bit more height and flexibility to be able to get those pots and pans underneath and gets that knob out of the way. Folds down, nice, same lid, all good. And Dinette 2-burner cooktop with the wire racks that cover the whole thing. I like this, and it also gives you the igniter. We don't have an igniter on ours, but gives you that little added bonus of just hitting a button and firing up that stove. So looking around the bathroom, I don't really see a lot of massive changes. Some small changes. The one thing I noticed right off the bat is there is I'm not sure what model year this started in. Could have started last year, but definitely for the 2022s, it is a different setup for the ventilation system. Now you have to push up, and then there's an on button to turn the fan, and when you're done, you have to close. No more a square fan in this area, but still gives you a great amount of ventilation. Still a window, still same toilet, appears to be the same sink, and set up for the shower with the Aldi. No changes here that I can see. So when you first come in the door in the nuCamp Tab 400, you're going to come across the master control panel, or the brains of the operation, as I like to say, which isn't me, but that's okay. You have all your buttons so you can check your grays, your black, your fresh, and your battery, giving you lights and indicators as they go. There's a pump switch to turn on your water pump, which will draw your fresh water up out of your storage tank and bring that up in. When you are hooked up to city, that is not necessary because the water pressure from the hose hookup is going to give you that. But when you're dry camping or when you're disconnected, that would be how you draw water up into your appliances. You have an exterior porch light, which we'll show you outside. You have the lights that come up underneath the sink, these puck lights. And then you have accent lights, which run LED all around the perimeter, in front, back, sides, and separate lights over by the bed, and that's controlled in that bed area. You also have a strip light here, which gives you two settings. This was similar to the light we have in our closet, so it gives you a little light directly on top of your dinette area. Now, it's important to note that these windows in the front, the round windows, do not open, but they do have great blackout shades to give you that privacy. They are tinted and they are dual pane acrylic. In the front, you have the nice big window here. I'm going to mess this up when we open this up. So this is a dual pane acrylic window. It has a screen for when the window's open to give you bug protection, and then you have privacy. These windows open out on both sides, open almost to a 90-degree, so awning style, allowing you to keep them open during the rain. And they are that dual pane acrylic, so it gives you some noise canceling, although you would never know with the very loud generators that's sitting right behind us here, powering up the RV show, and this gives you your privacy. So this is a really cool inspired door here. I like all the little pockets During the 2020 pandemic season, this was a mask holder for while we were traveling. But there's pockets here you can store magazines, external things, umbrellas, whatever it is, but it gives you these great options. This is where we keep all of our trash bags in the bin down here because it's too small in our opinion to hold garbage, but it holds garbage bags, and there's usually a fire extinguisher attached there. You have a privacy screen here as well, but also gives you the opportunity to open it up to see who's outside, who's knocking on your door. Make sure it's not a bear. And the door is simple operation. In a closed position, up locks the door. Center is like it's storage, and down would be your open, and it just pops back to the center. So really nice door, really latches well. And when the door is in the open position, it has a screen that accordions out here, and that screen covers across the doorway, so you can keep your door open to get that nice ventilation through without letting all the bugs in. So this is dark mode. It is a dark charcoal colored sidewall, and it's available on all of the teardrops. So another color change for those of you who want something a little different. Maybe you want to go nice dark mode and blend in and have a new color palette. I think this is pretty sharp, minus the other graphics, just a simple white line. Dark mode's definitely a way to go. So starting in 2021, they switched over to these plastic, or I think the ABS doors. Added a little lock on here so you can actually secure that area. But it's the same, pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same storage as the other Tab 400. Goes in a short distance. Your battery disconnect is in the same spot right up here, so you can click that, turn off all connection to your battery, so you don't drain your batteries down when you're in storage and over the long run. Goes to the rear and kind of kicks up a little bit. So pretty ample storage. The door is a little small, but most of the things that you're going to want to keep in there will fit in and out without an issue. And I do like the new magnetic locks that hold it up. So 2021, they switched back to the CoolCat air conditioner, which is mounted in the up front position here. Again, that continues through 2022. Same back here, you have your vents. This is your vents for your fridge. You have your 30 amp power hookup. You have an additional connection here for solar. So if you wanted to run a suitcase solar off the side here, you have that option. Scooching further back, you have your access panel here, and this is where the Nautilus comes in. 2021, they switched to the Nautilus. 2020, we had old school, so the Nautilus system gives you different hookups here. You have a hose that plugs in for your shower as opposed to a traditional exterior shower. You have your connections in here for your city water. You have connections in here for your black tank flush. You have connections in here for your in the corner for your satellite and for your cable TV. There's also a light that's in here. Over on the top here, your satellite. You have a light here that you can turn on, give you a little more illumination. And down here at the bottom is your access point, so you can run your hoses and your lines up through here when you make your connections on the inside, so you can go ahead and close that door when you're all done. Keeping everything nice and secure. Again, love these magnetic latches holding that up. And simple, close with a key lock. And this here is your Aldi. This is the vent for your Aldi. You got to keep this clear, and it does get hot when you are running your Aldi, so you're going to want to make sure that you're not blocking that, don't have a chair or anything up against that, and that's all good. So in 2021, they also changed the rear stargazer window a little bit. The stargazer window is actually higher up on the camper, so a little closer to the roof, a little less close to the bumper back here, and a little bit different elementations, and it seems like it is a little higher off the ground than our 2020. So kind of cool that it's way up there, because I know mine, I'd stand like right around here and lift it. So that's actually a change for that. But I believe that happened in 2021. These are your rear for your stabilizer jacks, and that yellow right next to that is a low pressure quick connect for an outside barbecue. So that gives you the opportunity to plug in for an outside barbecue, a Blackstone, whatever you want to do. That's something I wish I had on mine, because I do like to do that Blackstone cooking outside.
The 5 things I love about the Tab 400 2022 is I love the fact that the stove has an igniter, a self-igniter. Makes life a lot easier. I love the fact that the entertainment system is here in the front. I can reach that and I can set it all up the way I need it. I love the new faucet in the sink. That is fantastic. And I love the storage here. I feel like this would be a great place for shoes. And the fifth thing that I love, and possibly my most favorite about the new tab, is that it comes in dark mode.
We're told the bulk of the changes take place within components and or quality control things inside the walls or inside the unit that we really can't see. There are some things we were able to pick out, and we just wanted to bring those to you. Some of these changes may have started in 2021, but these are the ones we know for sure in 22. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you know when our next video drops. And when you're out there loving life, do it hitched up.